Let me take you into a journey that goes far deeper than miles traveled or places visited. This is a journey of reflection, humility, and awakening. A journey Steve Harvey himself described as one of the most powerful experiences of his entire life. His journey to Mecca and Medina was not just a trip, it was a moment of truth, a moment where the noise of the world finally became quiet and the voice inside his heart became louder than ever. Steve Harvey had spent decades entertaining the world, making people laugh, motivating millions, and building a career that reached heights most people only dream of. But behind the success, the fame, and the achievements, there were questions that never stopped. Questions about purpose, questions about peace, questions about what truly matters in this life. And when he stepped into the Holy Land, everything paused. Imagine this. You walk into Mecca, the center of billions of people's faith, a place that has held the footsteps of prophets, kings, scholars, and ordinary souls searching for something greater than themselves. Steve said the moment he saw the Kaaba, his heart felt something he couldn't explain. The noise of the world, the pressure of life, the stress of responsibility, all of it faded away like dust in the wind. For the first time in a long time, he wasn't Steve Harvey the celebrity, he wasn't the entertainer. He was simply a human being standing in front of his creator. He talked about watching people from every country, every color, every language, moving together in circles around the Kaaba like one heartbeat. No VIP lines, no status, no fame, just equality, humility, and connection. For someone who has lived in the spotlight, that moment was overwhelming. He said he felt like he was finally seeing humanity the way it was meant to be. Pure, united, peaceful. Then came the moment of prayer. Standing shoulder to shoulder with strangers felt like standing shoulder to shoulder with brothers. And when he placed his forehead on the ground, he said it felt like every burden he carried suddenly became lighter. He realized that no matter how big your name gets in this world, you will always be small in front of God. And that realization didn't weaken him. It freed him. After Mecca, he traveled to Madinah. And if Mecca is where your heart wakes up, Madinah is where it finds peace. The city felt calm, gentle, almost healing. Steve said it felt like the air itself held kindness. When he visited the Prophet's mosque, he felt something he had never felt before, a sense of love that didn't need to be spoken, a sense of peace that didn't need to be explained. He understood why people say Medina embraces you, because it truly does. He reflected on the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. A man who faced struggle, rejection, pain, and hardship. A man who taught mercy, patience, forgiveness, and strength. Steve realized that greatness isn't measured by money or fame. It's measured by character. It's measured by how you treat people. It's measured by how you handle life when life gets tough. And Medina reminded him that true leadership begins with humility. During this journey, Steve Harvey said something powerful. He said that every person deserves a moment like this, a moment where you step out of your problems and step into gratitude, a moment where you see life not through the lens of stress, but through the lens of purpose. And sometimes you need to be pulled away from the noise to hear what your soul has been trying to tell you. He came back from Mecca and Medina with a different heart, a calmer one, a more grateful one. He said he learned that peace isn't something you buy, it's something you create. It begins inside when you let go of the weight you were never meant to carry. When he returned home, he didn't return with souvenirs. He returned with clarity. He returned with a new sense of direction. He returned with the understanding that success isn't about being the biggest person in the room. It's about being the kindest person in the room. This journey didn't change his religion. It changed his perspective. It opened his heart to something deeper. He realized that people of faith, no matter where they come from, share the same hope. The hope for forgiveness, the hope for better days, the hope for a peaceful heart and a meaningful life. So when Steve says Mecca and Madinah changed him, he means it. He saw a world where people are united not by what they have, but by what they seek. He felt a silence that healed him. He experienced a love that asked for nothing in return. And he walked back into his life with a reminder that no matter how far you go, God is always closer than you think. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not just Steve Harvey's journey. This is a reminder for all of us. A reminder to pause, a reminder to breathe, a reminder to reconnect with what truly matters. Peace doesn't come from outside, it comes from within. And sometimes you have to walk through a sacred path to find it.